How are we all doing? And welcome back to TurfMoorHouse TV. It is match day, and we are facing Watford at Vicarage Road. If the camera's at a different angle, I've had to put it at a different side. I'm trying to charge the phone at the same time as I'm using it. Yeah, the setup's just absolutely mad today. However, we need the points today. We can relegate Norwich effectively. Effectively, we can relegate Norwich today. If we beat Watford and Aston Villa beat Norwich, Norwich are gone. Not that that's the main incentive. The incentive is obviously winning this game, and we have to beat Watford. We have to be on it today. No team in the top flight has ever lost 11 consecutive home fixtures in the top flight. That stat alone scares the shit out of me. So I am worried. I'm not going to lie. I am very, very worried. We thought going back a good month or two now, that potentially the Watford game was, at Turf Moor was a must-win. It finished 0-0. We could also go 5 points clear of Everton as it stands. And it's going to be an interesting affair today. It really, really is. Let's have a look at the teams then. Let's get the team lineups. So we'll start with Watford being the home side. I know you guys may not be able to see the subs bench, so I do apologise. However, Ben Foster starts in goal. As well, Watford have done a bit of a khaki lineup. They've sort of not put it in any order apart from number order. So you've got Luza, or Luaza, however you want to pronounce it, Joao Pedro, Kamara, Sissoko, Firmino, Samir, Sarr, Dennis, Kabasele, and Kuka. All start for Watford today. The subs bench is Dan Backman, Ngakia, Trustekong, Josh King, Messina, Sema, Goslin, Kalu, and Kayembe. So, going to be interesting. Interesting lineup from Watford. Let's get into the Burnley team then. And I mean, a bit of a change. A lot of people are expecting Cornet to be back, and he isn't. He doesn't feature. He's not even making the subs bench. So it's a strange one. Vidra, who got the winner against Wolves, is also out as well. He makes the bench though. So let's have a look. We've got Pope in goal, Connor Roberts at right back, Nathan Collins and James Tarkowski both at centre back. Charlie Taylor out on the left, and that cracking in terms of defence at the moment. Can't really fault Burnley's defence at all. Dwight McNeil out on the right again, with Aaron Lennon playing on the left, Jack Cork and Josh Brownhill in the centre. And Rodriguez is back up top with Weghorst, which is always nice because he was played on the wings against Wolves and it didn't work. So it's nice to see Rodriguez back up front with Wout Weghorst. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be an interesting affair. It certainly is. As I say, we are going to take you through the game. This is a watch along. If you haven't already, as you can see below, do check us out on all social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We're also on TikTok. We're also on Twitch. So check us out on there as well. And we're on podcast platforms as well: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Watch-alongs don't tend to be on the podcast platforms because, it'd be a bit strange to do. But fingers crossed we can get a solid feed for the game, and we can bring you everything as it happens from today's fixture. It's just from what I'm hearing, it's been announced that Jay Rodriguez is replaced by Matej Vidra. So I'm guessing Rodriguez has been injured in the warm-up, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed. As I say, the games are about to get underway. So let's try and get everything working and up and running. Fingers crossed we can. Let's have a look. Technology, guys. Technology. I thought I had one, and then it was showing Liverpool for some reason, even though they were an early kickoff. Yeah, not yet kicked off, so please don't give us any spoilers. However, the game is on. Bear with me 1 second. We're about to get underway from what I can see here, and it's Burnley to get the game started. We've dropped it, all taking the knee and about to kick off in this fixture. Big game, by the way. Ran out of beer, so I'm robbing the missus gin. Big news coming out of Sky Sports as well today. Big news coming out of Sky Sports that Chris Kamara is leaving. Chris Kamara is leaving Sky Sports News. Jeff Stelling was, he was upset. He was choked by the news, but obviously with recent revelations of Chris Kamara and his health, he's probably had to step down. But fair play to him. He has been an absolute cracking pundit, very knowledgeable of football. So yeah, we wish Chris Kamara well in his, in leaving Sky Sports. Kate says here the missus is in, even though she's took the kids out. She says, remember to subscribe and get this one to 500. Yes, that's what we want. We want to get to 500 and we need a Burnley win. As I say, effectively, we can go 5 points clear of Everton. We can also match points with Leeds prior to kick-off of their game later on with Manchester City. And we have a superior goal difference, and I'm sure it'll be even more superior, especially if City do a repeat of what they did early on in the season and tonk them 7-0, which I can't see it, but who knows? Who knows? It has been a funny old season, so history could repeat itself. Not much to say about the game so far. 1 minute 30 in. Players just getting a feel for the game. And as I say, hopefully we'll be able to see this game through. We've been on a really good run of form. 7 points from 9. Absolutely fantastic return for Mark Jackson, Paul Jenkins and Ben Mee, who are stepped in as interim. So it is great what they are doing. Watford coming forward. Burnley resolute. Going to clear it. Watford are going to be desperate here. Watford are going to be desperate. They are going to want the points. As I say, this is the 10th Premier League meeting between the two sides. Watford have 2 wins. Burnley have 5 wins, and there's 2 draws between us. Vicarage Road, I've always found it a hard place to go to, even though it says there that Burnley have won 5 times in 10 Premier League meetings. It is very, very difficult. Watford coming off the back of a tonking from Manchester City as well, where they lost 5-1. And obviously, we are hoping to continue with a 3rd consecutive win after our 1-0 win against Wolves. So I'm expecting big things from Burnley today. The sun is shining. Everybody's been asking for tickets left, right, and centre. This is a sellout from the Burnley away end, and I just hope that the players can give those fans a round of applause and performance. Mark's in the chat. He says, "Afternoon, legend. Afternoon to yourself, mate. Hope you're well. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for being in the chat and modding as well, mate. Really do appreciate it." John's in, says, "Greeting, lads. Hope you're well, John. Thank you for tuning in, mate." Niall's in as well. Says, "Hello, Daniel. I hope you're keeping well. I nearly caught your FIFA stream, mate, but you wrapped it up like a Christmas present the time I got back." Mate, it happens. It happens. These things do happen. Niall says, "Yo, just wondering, let's get them 3 points for Daniel Partner." All right. I'm guessing he's on about John. But yeah, I'm expecting a really good spirited performance from Burnley today. 5 points clear of Everton would be very, very nice. As I say, the late kickoff is Leeds against Man City. So all Burnley fans, as soon as this game is over, will be casting their eye to the match at Ellen Road. Should be interesting. Should be very, very interesting. As I say, Leeds need to get out of it. They're not out of it just yet. They could well and truly be dragged into it, as could Aston Villa. We've still yet to play them twice as well, so as could Aston Villa. However, we could do with Aston Villa beating Norwich today, sticking a big... I don't know, actually. I don't know. I mean, Norwich seem like they're going to go down anyway. Is a draw probably more favourable, the fact that we can then catch Aston Villa? It's interesting times. That's all I'm going to say. Let's have a look at what's going on because typical of me, everything starts crashing. Everything starts crashing. You just know that's what's going to happen. Just know it. Can't win for love, no money. Gillingham were relegated earlier on in the final day of League One, and Rotherham in the same game, however, got promoted. It seems there was a bit of fisticuffs on the pitch. Both sets of fans stormed the pitch, and I'm hoping that all the trouble was sorted out. The horse, Watford, are enjoying a good spell of possession to begin with. Very well, doing very well on the ball. However, so did Wolves in the first half of the game against us last week, and we ended up seeing that game out. So, as long as we, we're not known as a team for possession football. So I do hope that we can, in the long run, still obviously put in a performance. Right, we're back. We are back for now. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's having a cracking weekend, by the way. Whatever your plans are. I know me and Kate are obviously going to try and head out later on. But as I said to her, all depends on my mood later on. We'll see what happens. As I said, it is scary times. Very, very, very scary times. Because nobody wants to wants that 11 consecutive home losses, and obviously we know Watford don't want that as well. Watford coming forward now. It's Emmanuel Dennis on the far side, being watched by Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts turns him again. Ball at the edge of the box. Can they pick out a pass? It's now on the left-hand side with Sarr. Sarr, low ball into the box, intercepted, and a corner for Watford. A corner for Watford. I've got a gin. That's it. That is it. But if there is anybody in the chat and they've seen anything that's happened early doors, if anything has happened, please, no spoilers. I say, corner were taken short. Ball back in, whipped in early. It's ball is up in the air. It's Watford are 1-0 up. It's Firmino who's took the shot. Firmino has took the shot, and it's ricocheted off the crossbar, and it's just hit James Tarkowski. There's nothing really he could do about it. Absolutely nothing he could do about it. And it's going to go down as a James Tarkowski own goal. Oh, what a shit start! He's hit the crossbar, and Tarkowski there's nothing he could do. Pope were beaten, ball comes in. Kuko hits the bar, and it just ricochets off Tarkowski. Oh, come on. I said it already earlier that I was shitting bricks. That's what I told everybody. I was shitting bricks. And typical. That stat alone was the thing that scared me. Nobody in the top flight has lost 11 consecutive home games. But this is a Burnley team that fight deep. So let's keep momentum. Let's hope for the best and see if we can get back into the game. I've got everything crossed. I'm going to struggle putting comments on just because it's going funny, but I'll try and read the comments when I can. Nippon says, ha. Now says, finger out Burnley, 100%. S. Healy or Sheila, whichever it is, Bolton fan here, hoping Burnley win. Keep your heads up. Cheers. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Very, very, very much appreciated. As I say, I will read your comments out. I just may struggle to get them up on the screen. It is going to be... I can't get over that. I can't get over that. To be fair, Watford probably do deserve it from this opening 10 minutes. They've had a very good spell of possession. Ah, not a great start. Not a great start. I said it. I flipping said it, right? In fact, that needs to change. That's one thing I need to change. That Watford are clearly 1-0 up. So that needs to be sorted out. And we need to get that put back on. As I say, coming up, just hit 10 minutes from this speed. Southampton are 1-0 up against Crystal Palace as well. So fingers crossed there. Don't know what's happening here. I'm having a mare. My phone has gone kaput. It's typical. It's typical. Phone's gone funny. Everything's gone funny. Guys, as I say, please do stick with us. So look. Right, 1 second while we sort this issue out. There we are. Simple as that. That's all it needed. That's all it needed. We just needed to sort the camera out. Don't know what we're going on. This is the only problem when you're trying to do stuff on your phone. I need a decent setup, people. Need a decent setup. As you can see there, Watford are unfortunately 1-0 up. Nothing really we could do about the situation. Watford have been the better team, as Mark said. Watford have been the better team. Mark says he's jumping on Turfcast after the game and watching this game as well. To be fair, happy days, feel free. I say Turfcast, another Burnley channel, but yeah, we're all out here being supportive to each other. Watford again coming forward. We just look sixes and sevens today, and I know that's such a football phrase to use, but it's been shocking. Been shocking. Watford want this more, which is to be expected. You know, they're trying to get out of this position themselves. Who was it came forward? Dennis, who's managed to get the ball in, and the same guy who, to be fair, took the shot before Kuko. He's took a shot and it ricocheted off Tarkowski again. Except this time it's gone out for a corner. Firmino whips the ball in. Pope punches, so that's cleared. But Watford keep the ball alive, and hopefully we can get back into it. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Johnny says, need at least a draw here. Yep, totally agree. Totally agree. Niall says, hopefully your rivals back win today. Shut up, Niall. Shut up, you clown. Nippon says, Mino Raiola at rest in paradise. He hasn't passed away. I don't. Obviously, the rumours was that he has, but then everything got taken down. It seems he's fine and well. So he's obviously, back from the dead. Ooh. Now says, will you be back in your close? No, will I fuck the shit? I don't like him. Of course, I'm not going to back him. Stupid comment. Johnny, ideally, you need a 3-point gap just in case Everton do the unthinkable. Yeah. So a draw here isn't a bad result. I just think we need to I want us to keep the momentum up and some belief. It's just Watford. If anything, Burnley haven't been able to get their game going whatsoever. Watford coming forward again, all kept in, and Burnley have retained it. Ball with Josh Brownhill now, trying to get forward. Good battling by Watford. Can't really fault them. They're trying to. That's gone. That's gone. Burnley throwing. Oh, I hate these sort of games. Really, really do. Scares the shit out of me. Um, yeah, back from the dead. Nippon says, now asking Dan to back Blackburn Rovers is a bit like asking me to back Arsenal. There's no way. Exactly, exactly. It's all right now. Snooker's not too bad. But yeah, why would I support my rivals, as Mark says? Just not doing it. Just don't do it. You don't. I'm struggling here. First 15 minutes, to be fair, we don't look like we're actually getting involved in the game. It's okay, we're having spells of the ball, but nothing concrete. Nothing concrete at all. Free kick Burnley, which Dwight McNeil is about to whip in. It's gone to the back stick, edge of the box. Brownhill shoots. Oh, just wide of Ben Foster's right post. Um, Probably the closest Burnley have got to a sight of goal, to be honest with you. We've not really been involved at all in this fixture. But it was Wout Weghorst who got up, managed to knock it back into the path of Brownhill and is sort of knuckleballed it. And it's just gone wide of the post. Guys, all I can say is thank you very much if you are tuning in for the watch along. Yeah, shit start for Burnley. Shit start for Burnley. That as Johnny says there, Newcastle fight says there we go building it. That's what we need. Dwight McNeil's on the floor. Let's have a look at this. You can see he's gone to try and turn. Oof. Is that a half foot? Is that a half foot? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it is. Manuel Dennis being very sportsmanlike and trying to help McNeil back to his feet. Liverpool as well at the moment are probably, I think, will be top of the league, if I'm not mistaken. They'll be top of the league as it stands, obviously, until Manchester City play later, where they could potentially go back top with a win over Leeds. It's strange because we've not really seen Burnley in this under the interim bosses in this predicament. As I say, we had the game against West Ham, we were 1-0 up. And we conceded late on in the game. The game against Southampton, we won comfortably. Should have been 4-0 up first half. And then the game against Wolves, we're 1-0 up. So it's interesting to see how Burnley react. How Burnley will react to being 1-0 down. Nippon says prime Wayne Rooney or prime Alan Shearer. I'd have prime Wayne Rooney in midfield and prime Alan Shearer up top. Is that just being greedy? If I had to choose, probably prime Wazza. Prime Wazza. Why not? Couple of scores in League Two. Bristol Rovers, who are chasing the playoffs. In fact, I think they're in the playoff places. They're currently losing 2-0 to Rochdale. 2-0 to Rochdale. So it is the business end of the season. So it is very, very, very difficult times. Teams that you wouldn't expect to get results are starting to put results together. As I say, Watford at this moment, I'm not saying it's not expected, but yeah, it's they're obviously being the better team here. I can't fault that. Can't fault that. 20 on the clock. Middlesbrough are 1-0 up against Stoke as well in the Championship. Middlesbrough going pretty well in the playoff hunt. Hey, some good fucking news as well. Bastards get battered. Even at home. Even at home. It could be potentially Tony Mowbray's last game as well as manager. Dominic Solanke has put Bournemouth 1-0 up against the dirty scum from down the M65. Burnley on the attack here. Dwight McNeil trying to get to the edge of the box. He's found Brownhill, who's turned. Weghorst, Aaron Lennon. Weghorst with a shot. And I think that's a corner ball. Is it a corner? It should be. I'm sure it ricocheted off. Oh, has it? Has it? Right, fair enough. Matt telling me that Riola has actually passed away now. Wow. Great news for you as well, Mark. Birmingham are 1-0 up against Cardiff. Birmingham are 1-0 up away at Cardiff. So I'm sure you'll be very, very happy with that. Yeah. Who do you want as your next manager? At the moment, all signs are pointing to Vincent Kompany being appointed. Burnley corner comes into the back post, and Ben Foster saves it, trying to get a quick counter going, but Burnley players stood in his way. Sky Sports just announced his death now. Right, fair play. Fair play. And Swansea down to 10 men as well. Swansea down to 10 men in their game away at Notts Forest. Christopher Woodburn. No, he's yours for keeps now. We don't want him back. We don't want him back at all. As I say, apparently at Burnley he was in his comfort zone. As we like to say, if his comfort zone is tucked up with the offside flag, then it's his own fault. What you on about Cardiff, Nippon? Cardiff are getting beat 1-0 by Birmingham. I say Cyrus Christie has been sent off for Swansea in their game at Notts Forest as well. 22 on the clock at Vicarage Road. And not really a sign of Burnley doing anything, even looking in attacking. You know, Tarkowski's asking Taylor to make a run, and Taylor's just stood there looking at him saying, if you're going to play the pass, play the pass. We had this the other week against Wolves as well. It seemed like our wingers wasn't interested in bombing on and bombing forward. And I thought it may just be that, you know, Wolves were trying to, cut that out. But Burnley starting to grow into the game, though. Burnley are starting to grow into the game. Couple of goals in League Two. Swindon 1-0 up against Barrow, and Colchester are 1-0 up against Walsall as well. Freddie Sears with the goal there. Statman's in the chat. He says, afternoon, mate. Hope you're well, Statman. Steve, hope you are well, Steve. Good win for your lads earlier against Newcastle. Heart-of-Four battle, 1-0. Let us know your thoughts on that in the chat. Corner, what is it? A corner Watford? Yeah, Sissoko down the bar line, and it ends up being ricocheted off Nathan Collins. We need to stop these and cut this out. It's very dangerous. From set pieces, they've been very deadly, to be fair, during this fixture. We need to get a hold of it. Fingers crossed a counter-attack would do nicely, but I cannot see it. Nick Pope with the save. Is it cleared? Dwight McNeil pelts it forward. Nobody there to get onto it. Vidra making a run, but Ben Foster is already out. Come on, Burnley, get a hold of the ball. We'll start to revert back to head tennis. Get the ball on the floor like we have been doing. McNeil. Connor Roberts looking for the overlap. McNeil tries to cut inside instead. Max says, don't mention League Two, please, mate. Why not? Notts Forest are 1-0 up at 10-man Swansea. It says Cyrus Christie on goal, but I'm sure it said he'd been sent off. So I don't know how that works, unless that was a bit of late reporting. Tranmere are 1-0 up against Oldham as well. Sorry, Mark, I know, but, I'm going to mention it. Middlesbrough are 2-0 up against Stoke as well. Lewis Baker with an own goal. So Borough are 2-0 up and cementing their position in the Championship playoffs. Talks in the chat as well. It says, yo, Dan, you're to your bad self talk. Hope you're well. And thank you for tuning in, mate. As I say, not much to report in this game, 25 minutes in. Burnley only just starting to get a foothold in it, but still not really doing anything in terms of attacking. Johnny says, come on, Burnley. Yes, that's what we want. That is what we want. But we've just had nothing in terms of an attacking intent. The thing is, I'd be very happy now if Watford were just, thinking, right, we've got that early goal, let's sit on it and just invite Burnley pressure throughout. Because throughout, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't know what's going on there. A little bit behind. It has gone to VAR. Sorry, I do apologise. It has gone to VAR. For me, I think it's outside the box. Nippon, please stop. Don't put anything in the chat, please. I don't want any spoilers. I want to watch it and sort of enjoy it and take the moment as it happens so you can get my proper full reaction. VAR, we're just getting it now, but I do think it was outside. So it does look like the penalty is going to be ruled out and we are going to get a free kick from the situation instead. I think that's what's been given. Craig Pawson has said, yeah, that's the situation and it is going to be a free kick. Very, very close to a penalty was that. Very, very close. As I say, I do apologise. I did completely forget that I was on mute. I muted it while I thought I was going to sneeze, so I thought I'd just quickly put myself on mute. But it is a little bit shit, that. I'd have preferred a penalty, if I'm honest with you. Swansea are back in it against Nottingham Forest as well. Michael Obafemi has equalised in that game at the City Ground. So, Wout Weghorst, Josh Brownhill and Dwight McNeil over the ball. Just waiting to see whether what comes of the free kick. But it is pretty much just before the line. Really is tight. You do see them given. Mark says that was a pen if you ask me. And Steve, regarding the game earlier, hold on, free kick. Dwight McNeil hits a low one, but nothing comes of it. Burnley still trying to keep this move alive. Ball forward. Weghorst touches it. Tarkowski. Brownhill tries to take a shot. Oh, a pinball in the box. And Watford get it clear. Watford on the break now. Steve says, great game from Liverpool, and we controlled the game. Really impressive performance considering how many changes we made. That's a fair shout. That is a fair shout. You did the main thing. You did the main thing. You put the ball in the back of the net, and you got the result. That's end of the day. That's the be all and end all of football. Ball being in the back of the net. So it now puts pressure on Manchester City to perform against Leeds at Ellen Road. It'll be difficult because Leeds aren't out of a relegation battle just yet. Mark says he's glad he has darts to turn his attention to. Yeah, that, for me, if it goes wrong with Burnley, it ruins my day. Ruins my day. As Niall says, no spoilers, no fake scores, and don't be a dick or you'll be punished. And a time out, you bastard. That is true. That is true. Watford come forward. Nobody in the box when the ball was pumped in. Still got it out on the far side as well. Johnny says, getting word of a penalty to Brighton in the Wolves game. Interesting. Northampton are 1-0 up against Exeter. Mitch Pinnock with the finish for Northampton. I love that. My favourite Scottish slang word now is cow. Like, never has there ever been the name of an animal said so like it hurts somebody. Like, who are you talking to, you coo? I just love it. Love it. Johnny says it were a penalty missed. Penalty missed. Wow. Brighton will rue to miss that the way they're going because they've been struggling to put the ball in the back of the net. I tell you what, this first half has been a bit of a drab. It has been it's definitely been a drab. Not much I can say about that. Nick Pope having to pull out a save there. We just look all sixes and sevens, as I said. Dennis has now switched to the left, I think. Oh, ball in from the corner. Yeah, but it sounds all right now. Ball whipped back in. Connor Roberts tries to clear. Nothing as of yet. Watford still managed to keep it in. Sarr. Pinball in the Burnley box. João Pedro has... I think he's gone down cheaply there. Let's have a look. Oh, you soft sack of shit. Both players have gone battling for the ball. And it's not a free kick for me. And I'd said it if it were the other end as well. And he's just literally thrown himself to the deck and got a cheap free kick for Watford. Referee checking everything's all right in the box. Free kick about to be whipped in, and it's well, let's just say pointless. Calm as a bitch. Yeah, I agree, Johnny. If it was in the box, it'd be given as a dive. It was shocking. Bristol City 2-0 up at home to Hull in the Championship. It's just showing Roy Hodgsons. He's got his shades on, clearly modelling for the next Bond. Good to see him well though. Apparently he couldn't do press duty yesterday due to illness, so it's good to see him back well. Burnley coming forward now. Dwight McNeil tries to play it inside to Vidra. Is that corner? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think it is. Guys, if you are new around here, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do show us some support. As I say, we are now on 400 plus subscribers. Let's get that up. It's all. I just, yeah. Let's get this channel to grow. Let's get this channel growing. Watford coming forward now. Sorry, it's just been showing a replay, and it's a great interception from James Tarkowski. They are claiming a handball. They are running to the ref. Watford are claiming. They're trying to claim everything. Trying to claim everything. On your arse. Replay is coming in now. He's gone to play it. Tarkowski's gone down. There's nothing he could do. He's sliding. It has hit his arm, but he's sliding to block the ball. It's surely not going to be given. Surely not going to be given. And if he's got anything right, if he's got anything right about him, Craig Pawson, then if he's not going to sort of give the situation at the other end where McNeil dropped in the box as a penalty, he can't really give this one. Bristol City 3, Hull City 0. All getting interested in the Championship. Goals flying in left, right and centre. But Watford do have a corner. Ball in from the left-hand side. I'll tell you what, these Watford corners are dangerous. They've hit the post from one. They've had one that, they've hit the crossbar and it's ricocheted in for their first goal. It doesn't fill me with much confidence. It really doesn't. I just knew it. I knew it. As soon as that stat came up, it was one of those stats that nobody wants that name hanging over them. Burnley with a quick free kick. Connor Roberts, can he get to the ball? Vegos was going to go for it, but knew that he'd be offside. Johnny says Burnley are by no means out of this game, and I don't just mean by the scoreline. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get back into it. Vidra with a header! Oh. Burnley trying to think on their feet, trying to be a bit more fast-paced and get involved. But it's just not falling in Burnley's favour at the moment.
Can't hear you, mate.
How are we doing?
I can hear you now. Well, better than your lot. What's going on?
Honestly.
I haven't seen any of the match.
You don't want to.
You don't
want to.
One of those, is it?
Yeah. It's very, very drab first half. As I said earlier, it's difficult because as much as we've got 7 points from 9, we've not been in this situation where we've been a goal down.
No.
So now it's all about finding out about Burnley's character and seeing if we can get back into this.
And how are you playing?
We're growing into it. As I say, their only goal was very lucky. Very lucky. They look dangerous from set pieces. Corners wise, they've been pretty solid. But Villa, I'm just looking now. Villa, and Nippen said it as well. Villa are 1-0 up at Norwich. So if Burnley can turn this fixture on its head, not only are they 5 points clear of Everton, but they will also send the yo-yo club that is Norwich City down as well. I'm sure that will put a smile on Chris's face, not having to talk about them next season.
Is that they are relegated today if they lose, are they?
Yeah, if Norwich lose and Burnley win,
yeah,
Norwich are down.
Right.
But yeah, their
Bloody hell,
first goal,
mate.
Chris, came
Got a
from a
big enough
corner.
glass there.
Yeah, I've just got myself a nice glass of gin and lemonade.
Gin and lemonade.
There's no else in. No else in.
Great northern drink there.
Hey, you can take the northern out of the lad, but it's a little bit posh round here, you know.
Oh, Brighton have got another penalty. They've already missed one.
Have they? Oh yeah, they've put it away. They've put it away. From what I'm seeing, they have Villa are playing Wolves, mate. Now, what the fuck are you talking about? Villa are playing Norwich, you clown. Brighton are away at Wolves.
Yeah.
And Brighton are 1-0 up. And Alexis McAllister penalty. So this time round, Brighton have missed one, scored one, dropped one, curled one. Vindaloo.
Missed one. Bloody hell, even the BBC's not updated yet.
No, to be fair, but as I say, their first goal, corner comes in, ball ricochets to Kuko, who hits it on the half volley. It crashes off the crossbar. Tarkowski's literally running back to goal to try and stand on the line. And as it bounces off the crossbar, hits Tarkowski in the chest and goes in. There's nothing he could have done about it. It's a very horrible and shit goal to give away.
Him, then.
But, well, to be fair, we had a penalty shout, which went to VAR, and it was ruled as a free kick just on the line.
Oh, God.
So you do see him given. You do see him given. They've had a penalty shout as well. They thought Tarkowski had handled it, which, in fairness, he had. But he was sliding to block the ball, and his hands were down by his side, so he can't really be questioned on it.
Glenn Murray's just said about Burnley game. The game has slowed down a bit, but I feel every time Burnley attack, they do so with purpose. The Watford defence look frantic. You can tell where they are in the division. So it's sounding good for you.
It is sounding good, but it's worrying just because of, as I said before, the stat that scares the shit out of me is the fact that not one top flight club has ever gone 11 consecutive league games without a win.
Oh, and would
Watford are currently on 10. They could be the first club to have 11 consecutive home league fixtures.
Yeah, sorry, my maths was wrong.
But as soon as I saw it, I thought, right, well, that's there to be broken.
Yeah. Looking at it, mate, you're still, even as things stand at the moment, you're 3 points above Everton and a better goal difference.
Yeah, as I say, a point here is not a bad result because it keeps 4 points difference. Yes. However, I would much prefer, if we are coming into these games, we've got to grab these games by the bollocks. We've got to grab it by the horns, by the bollocks, by everything you can, and you've got to win these. As it says there, Burnley's remaining Prem fixtures. We've got Villa, Spurs, Villa again, and then Newcastle. These are games that we should be going into thinking, apart from the Spurs game, okay, we've got a chance of getting something.
Yeah,
it's going to be. It's nervy times. It's nervy times for me because I don't.
But you're in pole position, which is the good thing.
Yeah, and Watford have had 3 clean sheets all season, which is the fewest in the Premier League. So you've got to look at that and hope for the best.
That was us at one point, but
until all these 90th minute goals come. What's that?
League One finished today.
Yeah, it did. It kicked off between Gillingham and Rotherham because obviously they played each other. Rotherham won, so they were promoted automatically, but it sent Gillingham down. So both sets of fans entered the pitch for different reasons, and then they ended up having a bit of a fan fisticuff on the pitch.
I was watching Mike. Mike was doing an end of season stream.
Yeah, he was. I had a flick through.
Yeah. Which I think I might do one for the Premier League. I never even thought about that. But Nippon, we play tomorrow, mate.
Yeah.
We play at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
I'm struggling to get comments on every now and again just because of the way my phone's set up. It's not the other way around, it's this way around. So if I go to the comments, my finger goes right over the camera. So
you say it's your finger.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
Come on, baby. You can stay up. All joking
Well,
aside, mate, I want you to stay up.
I'm hoping so. As I say, the fact that there's a lot of fan bases that since Dash has gone have been like, you know what, fair play to Burnley. They've dropped Dash. They've started playing some football, and they've started to see a different side to Burnley. Like, oh, we actually quite like Burnley now. And I don't think that's, to be fair, Nippon. To answer your question, yes, I do have a laptop. That's what I'm currently sort of watching the game on. Oh, get up, you cheating bastard!
I don't know what minute are you on, mate.
45 or 2 or 3 or 4.
Oh, you're about 20 seconds ahead of me.
A minute's been added on.
For me.
So, for all the quality you've got, I'll just see the replay now. If I've got it wrong, I'll. Oh, you fucking diving little shit! That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. How he's not been booked for diving, I don't know. That's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Yes. He kind of just tapped him on the back, didn't he? I mean, for me, those are the things that VAR should be looking at that very quickly and say, yeah, it was a dive. This is what VAR should be used for.
Exactly. Send them off straight away. Send them off straight away. I'm not being funny, but to be honest with you, they'll cut it out. They'll nip it in the bud if they know they're going to get a straight red.
Yeah.
And a potential fine for diving. It's match fixing. It's simulation. I just think hit them where it hurts. Hit them where it hurts, and we'll see it cut out within no time. I've always
said that. I've always said that VAR should look back at just things like free kicks and what have you, and if it is, then issue a retrospective yellow or like you say, a red. Because I tell you what, once those players start missing games because of that, the manager will soon be on it.
Oh, big time. Big time. Half time's just gone. And it is Watford 1, Burnley 0. Been evenly contested. Burnley have grown back into it. As I say, Watford, they are claiming for whatever they can get. They are trying their best to get anything and everything. Dropping like flies. I mean, you expect it. You expect it against these teams that are fighting for their life. They will try to rinse the referee of everything they can possibly get if it helps them get out the shit. It shouldn't be like that. You should have, it's about battling, hard-fought performance. But if you're going to cheat your way to it, then you know what? I don't mind Burnley giving them a good kicking, because at the end of the day, you deserve it. I hope we come out all guns blazing second half and pulverise the shit out of them.
And you're costing me points on the prediction league as well.
Me as well. Although, to be fair, my points tally and yours is a little bit different.
Well, at the moment, I'm not. I've got literally, I got a point for Liverpool, and that was it. That's all I've got so far. 1 point. Kate will be happy. Dear. Kate will be happy.
She will. She definitely will.
Mike, don't worry about Monday, Mike. I've got somebody to stand in Monday. How are you for the following week at the same time, Monday at 9? How are you then for the European show?
Yeah, Mark says, going back there, he says, Ismail Assar, pathetic dive. Johnny asks, how many games have you come back from behind this season? 1 against Everton.
Ooh.
1 against Everton. That is it. Oh. That's what I'm saying. Right now, we've not experienced this under the interim boss. We've not been 1-0 behind in games. So we need to see how he's going to react at half time. What's he going to say to the lads to try and kick them on? In terms of going forward, we're getting in the right places, but we're just not making enough of it. We're not making enough of it. Johnny says Burnley's results are going to come against the teams that are on the beach. Potentially. Potentially.
As somebody I don't know sneaked into my house and put a vodka in this, I'm just looking at the screen now saying, bloody hell, it was only a minute added on. Have they kicked off second half already for Burnley, Watford? And it's Aston Villa bloody Norwich that's up in plus 4 minutes. Look, Burnley and Watford, Aston Villa and Norwich, same colours, mate.
It is. It is. That's fair enough.
Oh, you missed my classic in the Roma watch along.
Wow, what was that?
Well, I'd literally got 4 screens up because they keep buffering all the time, so I can flick from one to the other. And of course, they're never all on the same time. 2 of them weren't working, and I was on 2. And just at this point, the main one, which was in advance, stopped. So I clicked to the other channel, and I'm going, go! That's 2 almost exactly the same. And then I realised that the other channel was behind, and I just moaned about what I'd seen 2 minutes before. Josh said, "Oh God, he's good at these little intricate passes, isn't he, Brendan? He's got them all working the same." Oh God.
Right, so how's your day been? To be fair, Chris, how's your day been?
To be honest with you, I didn't get out of bed till 11.
No,
I did a few bits, editing a bit of a video, and then I had a takeaway.
A nice roast takeaway.
Yeah, Toby.
Oh,
you know what? A full Toby takeaway. So meat.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Oh, God. But all right, Toby, we obviously get roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, 3 veg, choice of meats, gravy, stuffing. It's cheaper than a portion of fish and chips.
Well, I can't argue than that, can you? A couple of later scores from the Championship. Blackburn are getting beat 1-0 by Bournemouth. Blackpool Derby is 0-0 at half-time. Bristol City 3-0 up against Hull. Cardiff 0, Birmingham 1. Coventry 0, Huddersfield 1. Huddersfield still trying to push for that automatic promotion place, but with Bournemouth winning at Blackburn at the moment, it looks like Bournemouth are set to get second place. Middlesbrough 2, Stoke 0, Millwall 0, Peterborough 0, and Nottingham Forest 1, Swansea 1, with Reading and West Brom still at 0-0. Very interesting in the Championship. It's getting tasty in that fixture. But as Mark says, come on, bro.
Next week there, last week, is it? They got another game to go after this?
Yeah, Championship has still got another week, if I'm not mistaken. Mark says, I've updated the badges you set me down. Thanks. What should I do for? Yeah. I'm gonna deal with that. I just did that first one, but I'm gonna have a look at that afterwards. So recently we hit 400 subs, and the missus, I put a picture on it earlier, went and got me went out. She always gets me something to eat for some reason. I don't know why she does that. I keep telling her, why are you getting me something to eat? Like, I'm a pisshead, not food, eh?
You fat bastard. Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies?
It came through, and it said the address of the house, and above it said that. If I could.
King Moorhouse.
So I thought, I'll take that. But she got me some personalised marshmallows. And as you can see, our recent FIFA stream, she stuck that on there with when it says 400. There is one of this beautiful gentleman. I haven't eaten your face yet, Chris. I saved it. I just thought I'd take a picture, but there we are.
Oh, what can I say?
There we are.
Eat me, Dan, eat me.
You know what, Chris?
Oh, God. Hang on a second. It's a good job I've got these by the side of the computer, isn't it? Oh, where's my noise when I need it? Hang on. Don't do anything. I need my noise. Where are we? Oh, mate. You brought that in too quick. I wasn't prepared. Oh. No, I'm just it's logging. It's logging in. Where are we?
Excellent. Come on, Chris. Come on. You know what? You played that. There'll be some poor bugger somewhere sat there going, "What are you watching? What are you?"
Oh God.
Mark's prison officer at the door going, "You at it again, Markle. You at it again." Mark says this is game week 45 for the Championship and League Two. Yeah, so there is only one more game week for them, if I'm not mistaken. Talk says, well done on 400 subs, bro. Thank you very much, Talk. Really does mean a lot. Renee says, hey, Dan and Chris, how the devil are you?
Hi,
We're all
Renee.
good. All good. Even though we're losing 1-0, it's all good. It's all good. Chris, that's enough. I do not want to get cut off. Turn it off.
You won't get cut off. It's not music, is it?
Well, it's music to somebody's
no,
ears.
I've done loads on my streams, and I've not even had a
it's
thing.
Music to somebody's ears, Chris. That noise, anyway.
Yeah, well,
League
maybe.
One scores at the moment: AFC Wimbledon 1, Accrington Stanley 4. Oh, these were the results earlier on today. Bolton 4, Fleetwood 2, Burton 1, Wickham 2, Cambridge 2, Cheltenham 2, Gillingham 0, Rotherham 2, which means Gillingham are relegated from League One. Rotherham are promoted automatically. Ipswich 4, Charlton 0, Lincoln 2, Crewe 1, Morecambe 0, Sunderland 1, Oxford 1, Doncaster 1, Plymouth 0, MK Dons 5, which means Plymouth miss out on the playoffs. MK Dons have secured third place. Sheffield Wednesday 4, Portsmouth 1, and Shrewsbury 0, Wigan 3. So Wigan have been crowned champions. Playoffs are going to be Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland, and MK Dons will be playing. I forgot who it were. Wickham. Sorry. So it's going to be interesting in League One. Well, I do enjoy the playoffs. I do enjoy watching the playoffs. I won't lie. Mark says, what the F, Chris? Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with that. Who scored for Watford? It was cheers, Renee. Just cut me deep, Shrek. You cut me real deep. It was a James Tarkowski own goal. Anthony's in as well. He says, big up, lads. So cheers, Anthony. Hope you're well. Bristol City doing pretty well today. 3-0 up. 3-0 up. Bet you're as happy as I was going to say as a pig in shit, but the way you was talking last night about your wife and her farts, I suppose it has a similar meaning. Later scores in League Two. Carlisle 0.
Follow through.
Carlisle 0, Stevenage 0. Colchester 1, Walsall 1. Crawley 0, Leyton Orient 1. Forest Green Rovers 1, Harrogate Town 1. Northampton 1 and Exeter City 0. Rochdale 2-0 up against promotion chasing Bristol Rovers. Scunthorpe Hartlepool is 0 apiece. Bradford winning 1-0 away at Sutton United. Swindon are beating Barrow 1-0 and Tranmere are winning 1-0 against Oldham. And, well, now if you're in, we don't give a shit about the Scottish score, so let's not even go there. Let's not even go there with that one. Mark says, buzzing to do playoff watch-alongs, and I'm getting a ticket for a playoff final. Mark, go to the Championship final if Luton are in it. Who knows? It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. Mellor's in. Says, hello, Dan. I'm in the home end and I don't know what to say. I'd be a bit surprised if you were in the Burnley end. Being a Watford fan. But yeah, no, let us know your thoughts on the game. Do you think Burnley have a chance of getting back into this? Who knows? Who knows? You let us know. You're there. We can only see from a screen, but what you're seeing in front of you, to the naked eye is always good. Renee says, I told you James Tarkowski was the worst in your squad. He's not been bad, actually. He's cut a lot out. He's cut a lot out in the game. Apart from, as I say, ricocheting off the crossbar and hitting him, there's nothing he could have done about it. Absolutely nothing at all. Now says, do the Scottish scores. I would rather shit in my hands and clap. Anthony says, crap, Dan. She's sat next to me. She just said, what did you bloody say about me? Whoops. That's what Anthony did when she said, you are. Now says, like, subscribe and share. Yeah, please do. Please do. Doug is in the chat as well. He says, hello, guys. Hope you're well.
Oh, here comes the joke.
Niall's been in for a while, to be fair.
Hey, have you seen what's happened to Ankit?
No.
His YouTube channel's been suspended.
Wow. Why?
Let me just. I sort of think.
Doug, by the way, everyone is covering the Watford Burnley game over on the 1892 Reds podcast. He's probably just like me. Probably was expecting Burnley to get a result. Currently not. Mella says, I think we'll win this game. I sense the confidence is back in the crowd and players. Yeah, as I said earlier, it's you don't want that tag of being the ones that get 11 consecutive home defeats. Niall says, what happened to Wankit? And Mark says, yes, Dan. Niall, joke. Rennie says, where is
trending on Twitter?
Who's that?
Veghorst is trending on Twitter.
Yeah, probably as the fact that he's done absolutely jack shit. You know what? I said in my match preview that I'd drop him for this game. And Dave at the time said, really? And I said, yeah, I would. I'd drop him and go Rodriguez Vidra. However, Rodriguez was meant to start and he was pulled out and replaced by Vidra last minute. So not sure what happened there. Everyone asking why Ankit's channel has been suspended.
Well, I'll just read out here, Almighty Blues. It means a lot for my next few messages to be retweeted. So I retweeted it. My 1+ year YouTube channel, Almighty Blues FC, was terminated on first strike today, even though it wasn't really my fault. I've appealed, but I do have a second channel, and then there's a link to that. I think it's like his cricket channel. He said, we'll talk both sports on there. So obviously something's happened, and I don't know what. I have messaged him. I've not heard back yet, so...
I suppose I better start booking my ideas up with this channel then, Chris, because it could be me next. Could be me next. Obviously, Burnley will be casting an eye, not just after this the game against Watford. We will be casting an eye over the Man City game away at Ellen Road afterwards. Not on this watch-along, however, but as Burnley fans, we will have our eyes on the Leeds fixture, because if we can turn this around, we go above them into 16th. So let's see how we get on. Anthony says, Dan, how are the predictions going? Shite, mate. Simple as that. Absolute piss. Let's just say it that way. I'm either due an argument, or I'm coming into some money. I don't know what it is, but my nose is ridiculously itchy.
Well, again, you know where you've had that then.
I've definitely not been on any illegal substances. I can tell you that now for certain. However, I don't want to mention that because that might get me a ban. I don't want to have an Ankit. Renee says, can your channel get suspended if someone reports you or if it's copyright music? I don't know. It might be.
I think copyright music, you're okay.
Because you can cut it.
Yeah, it gives you the option to, and if it's a picture or a video, you can blur it or you can cut it out. And they always say that's not a first strike.
No,
I thought you had to get 3 strikes to be out, to be honest with you, but I don't know.
Just want to say that we are 2 minutes underway in the game. The feed crashed, but however, Burnley have just had an attempt at goal. Anybody but Nathan Collins pretty much hitting that, and you would have been looking at an equaliser. But yeah, it's hopefully Burnley are going to put in a very strong second half performance. What's happening here? That's a bit of a strange one. Oh, João Pedro, put your face straight. Honest to God, Watford are fucking babies.
I
Right?
think what we should all
Collins
learn
has
from
dropped
that,
to the
mate.
floor. Tarkowski has gone to. Oh, I don't.
Collins is arguing.
Tarkowski's been booked. That's interesting.
No, well, yeah, he grabbed his leg, didn't he?
Well, I think he headbutts him in groin, if I'm honest.
Oh, no, I didn't see that bit. I
It
saw him
looks like when he
the
goes
way he
down,
pulled him down.
when he goes down and Joao Pedro goes along, it looks like he sort of gives him a bit of a head into the groin situation. It's a bit of a strange one. Watford come forward and nothing going for it. Goal kick. Who looks injured here? Kuko looks injured. Stuart Atwell is on VAR for this game, and hopefully we'll get something.
Can I just say, by the way, guys, not just on this channel, but on all channels, if we're guesting on these channels, then we really should be careful what we're saying and what we're doing. Like I said, music, you know what to do with music, because you sort of say it's usually just a first warning for that. I'm going to give you the option, but I just think we should take on board what's happened to Ankit and respect other people's channels.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I've had stuff that I've
done it. We've all done it.
Yeah,
you know,
I've had music on and it said, "Can you cut it out?" I've had music where I've had stuff where it's had a clip from the Premier League, and the Premier League have said, "You know what? We're having to, your video's coming down."
Yeah.
So you've just got to be extremely careful, extremely careful.
And I think as well and I'm the worst for this. I'm not going
Burnley
to deny
coming forward, ball in. Oh, clear. Oh no, Burnley still keeping it alive. Jack Cork, can he still? McNeil is working it back towards Burnley's goal. Brownhill finds McNeil again. That was a good bit of play. Can McNeil get forward? McNeil again.
You're having a good spell of pressure here, mate.
Mm.
Good. Lovely passing from Burnley this last few minutes.
It's
pinging it around the box,
passing, but we're not doing anything with it.
No,
we're not doing anything with it, and it's been like that majority of the game. McNeil had a touch that down. What are you playing at?
But no, I mean, I'm the world's worst at swearing and joking and being sort of double entendre on other people's channels. But yeah, I mean, I think that's got to make us all think.
Oh, Watford on the attack. Watford have a chance at goal. Great save, Nick Pope.
You're ahead of me again.
It's blocked by his own player. Watford still got it in the area. It's blocked again.
It was a save. Well done, Nick Pope.
Burnley just need to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Do the basics well.
Don't bring him down. Oh, you got it clear now.
Rene says, "Did I say 2-0 Burnley? I meant to say 1-1 draw." I will take that now. As much as you say, it's the business end of the season. Anything goes. Watford need the points. They still got a chance of survival just yet, but it's looking bleak for them. But they're starting to show a bit of fight now, and as we can see from this game, I think it'll hurt Watford if we get something out of this game.
Well, they're on 25 points with these three. I mean, yeah, I think they're down though. Watford have got to play tomorrow, and then they've still got that one game in hand. That's the only thing that's good for Everton. But I mean, if they win here, you're still 6 points ahead of Watford, and you've played the same number of games.
Yeah, it's true. Johnny says any amount of points will do. Yeah, as long as it means we send the blue and white Mackhams, as I've been calling them, just to try and get on with Newcastle fans ahead of our last game of the season, where hopefully they'll chuck the game and see us over the line. You are?
Blue and white?
Yeah, I said the blue and white Mackhams, for it meaning Everton, to try and get on.
Right.
To try and get on the side of
Sorry.
Newcastle fans. Forest are 2-1 up against Swansea. Sam Surridge has put them 2-1 up there. Scunthorpe are 1-0 up against Hartlepool. Jeff Stelling will be livid. Carlisle 1-0 up against Stevenage. And Millwall are 1-0 up against Peterborough. Benica Forbe with the goal on 53 minutes.
Yeah,
however, still 1-0 at Vicarage Road. 53 on the clock. Watford 1, Burnley 0. And Rene says, please, Dan, tell your squad to score 1 goal. Oh, I'll take that. The Championship as it stands, Bournemouth would be on 82 points. Forest, as it currently stands, would move up to 3rd because they have a superior goal difference over Huddersfield. So they'd be level on points with Huddersfield, but Huddersfield would be 4th. Luton sit in 5th place before they even kick a ball. And Sheffield United occupy 6th. Borough are winning, but they are still 2 points off 6th place. Blackburn are out of it, which is great. Always nice to see. Don't want them coming up. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I like a new team coming up. I don't like these regulars like Fulham or West Brom constantly yo-yoing, and Norwich, and I'd rather have someone like Luton come up because you know they're going to give a good go at it. You know, like when Blackpool came up. You know, Huddersfield came up once as well, Chris, and then they dropped for a couple of years, and now they're fighting again to come back up. So it's nice to see that.
You know my thoughts and teams that come up and go straight back down. Hashtag Watford and Norwich. I mean, in fairness to West Brom, they actually stayed up at one point for about 7 seasons.
Yeah,
they're not I mean, I wouldn't mind West Brom, to be honest with you. I know last time they came up, they're straight back down, but Watford and Norwich have done this twice now. And I think that's the thing. But yeah, like you say, Blackpool, you know, they give it a good go. Top of the Premier League at one point.
yeah, they
Blackpool,
were.
You know.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, have you heard about Chris Kamara? He's leaving Sky.
I mentioned it at the start.
Wow.
Jeff Stelling were livid. He were in tears.
Was he?
Yeah, when he announced it, when he came back to him, he was saying how much Cam is going to be a big miss to Sky Sports, and that his thoughts are with him. But he was doing his best to try and hold the tears back. You could see his bottom lip going like no tomorrow. Colchester have equalised. Colchester have equalised against Walsall. It's 2-2. Sutton have equalised as well at home to Bradford. And just as Anthony puts a comment saying, Dan, is Burnley going to bloody score? I hope so. They could take a leaf out of Bristol City's book because they are now 4-0 up against Hull. Chris Martin with his 2nd goal of the game. So your lads doing all right. Your lads are doing all right. Southampton 1-0 up against Palace. Anthony, a good week for you. Rene says we are interested in Brennan Johnson from Notts Forest. We did sign Big Wes Morgan from Notts Forest 12 years ago. Why not? They may be a rival, but Michael Keane was on loan at Blackburn. He came to Burnley on loan, signed permanently. We rinsed Everton a bit of money for him. David Jones, who was in our midfield, played for Blackburn. You know, it's sometimes you've got to do it. If those players are good enough, go ahead and pinch them. Boxers, I was hoping Villa lost today. They could have been dragged into the mire. Yeah, I'm sort of hoping, especially if this game stays as it is and we lose this game 1-0. I know this sounds very strange to say, but I would prefer it if Norwich got an equaliser. I just think because if we can equalise and Norwich equalise, it's not a bad day at the office. And plus, we've got Villa to play twice, which means we can also send them into the hunt for trying to stay up. But it's an interesting times. 57 on the clock I've got here. 57:15. And not much to shout about, really, isn't at all. Nick Pope's been the busiest of goalkeepers. Ben Foster could have had his camera on and just sat there having a tea party. We've not really interested him. And I say that, Aaron Lennon's just come forward, but he's took an heavy touch. Ben Foster's trying to show off. He wants that to be on the match of the day highlight reel. Trying to chip one over to his defence.
Just looking at the stats here, Watford 55%.
Weghorst is in. Aaron Lennon gets to the bar and can he cut it back? And it's a corner for Burnley. Go on, Chris, what were you saying?
I would say possessions 55-45 to Watford, 10-9 on shots to Watford, 5-4 on corners to Watford. So it's pretty even. It's pretty even if you're looking at the stats.
Yeah. Watford have had 5 corners. This is Burnley's 4th corner just coming up.
Yeah.
Corner is in. Oh, it's gone nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Watford have managed to clear it. Burnley throw in, but we just don't look. We look interested when we go on the attack, but it seems like in terms of trying to win the ball back, I don't know. It might just be it's one of those days. It's just one of those days where Watford want it more than us. Sometimes you just got to hold your hand up and say Watford wanted it more. You know, as much as they've been dropping like flies on the deck, you know, we can only say what's what. Mark Jackson is about to make a substitution for Burnley, and you know what? I totally agree with it. Weghorst is off. Ashley Barnes is on. This is what we need. This is what we need. A nice, good old bit of shithousery up front. And Weghorst doesn't look happy at coming off. Does not look happy at all. But then yet again, Weghorst, you've not looked interested in the game. You've had 1 or 2 decent touches, and that's about it. So what do you expect? You know, sometimes you just got to accept. It's been a bad day at the office. You've not been able to do all.
He's taking a long walk round, isn't he?
Just a bit. Just a bit.
For saying, I didn't fucking sign for this. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Mike, I'm not going to go to Albania, no. Beach towel on the.
Box said, I thought Weghorst would have scored more. Yeah, I thought he would have done, but he just hasn't. We see it a lot with January signings. It takes a while for them to sort of settle in. Give him a good pre-season. Let's try and work out where his strengths are. For me, I'd build a game around him. But I'm not a football manager, so I suppose I can only go off what I've got.
Deep inside us, we all are.
Aaron Lennon got to the bar line. It's kicked out. Vidra. Oh, Jack. Watford are starting to show little glimpses of openings. And I just thought we can capitalise on it because that's interesting, that one. I don't know whether you've seen, Chris. The ball comes forward. Nathan Collins has no intention of going for the ball.
Oh.
He has no intention of going for the ball. You see them given.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even a good block.
Roberts pinged one to the back stick. Ashley Barnes just fraction away from getting his head on it.
It's not been given, has it?
No.
You got away with one, to be honest with you, I think.
Yep, I agree. I think that could have easily been given. I'll tell you what, Watford either must have ridiculously wet the surface at Vicarage Road, or they just like to sit down. I agree with that comment, Mark. The reverse fixture against these two at Turf Moor seemed even bigger, but now this one's equally as massive, in my opinion. Palace have equalised against Southampton.
Yes.
Eberiche Eze with the equaliser away at St Mary's. Tranmere 2-0 up against Oldham. And Carlisle are 2-0 up against Stevenage. So Chris Welch will be happy that Carlisle are winning, won't he, Mark? Does he go on the Carlisle games as well, Mark? Let us know in the chat. Burnley trying to get a foothold in the game, but Watford, again, resolute at the back. For a team that have conceded the most, they look pretty solid today, and it's extremely interesting. As it stands in League Two, Forest Green Rovers set to be classed as promoted, as do Exeter. Northampton sat in third. Port Vale, Mansfield, Swindon and Sutton look like the teams that could potentially battle it out in the playoffs. But there is 1 week to go. 1 week to go in League Two and the Championship.
Yeah, at the moment, it's all Burnley. I think Nick Pope can nip off a poo and come back on. But you've got to be so careful you're not going to be hit on the break, because if they get a second, then I can't see you getting two. No.
To be honest, Chris, I can't see us getting one. I don't know where it's going to come from.
Oh, back past the Nick Pope. Well, you I could say you're throwing everything at it. You're not trying. It's not that you're not trying, if that makes sense.
No. McNeil tries to cut inside, ping one over, no one there, goal kick.
Box, not seen you for ages, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, Box is in. It says, if Forest Green are the most greenest vegan team, who are the complete opposite? Probably Wigan. They've got promoted. It's a Saturday night. You know, everyone loves a takeaway. There'll be many Wigan kebabs out tonight, I'll tell you that. And I am talking about a Wigan kebab, a proper Wigan kebab. I don't mean, females in Wigan with their kebabs out. That's all I'm saying. It's an easy mistake to make when I said they've all got their Wigan kebabs out. That sounds a bit wrong. So I thought I'd just, paraphrase the two. There is a difference. Anthony says, lads, I'm watching The Big Bang Theory with my daughter. Do you think Luca looks like Sheldon? Yeah, I'll give you that. Bazinga. Mene says, are you going to carry on playing Ultimate Team or Career Mode? You know what? Ultimate Team, I don't know. I started it for it, but I just don't know whether I've got the love for it. The Career Mode stuff, I enjoy it because you can do so much more. Ultimate Team for me, it's a bit to and fro with the idea.
Here's where your channel gets banned. Dan, Del Boy's in the house.
Del Boy's in. What's the crack, Dan and Chris? What's the bleeding story, Del Boy? I hope you're well. Hope you're well and
mate?
having a good weekend. 65 on the clock, coming up to the 66th minute. Watford 1, Burnley 0. Come on, Burnley, for fuck's sake, start to put a performance in. Say it's all well good having possession of the ball.
All he needs is like a rug over his legs. It'll look like a real AP. I'm just gonna sit here and watch the game. If you don't get anything out of this, Dan, you'll kick yourself.
Yeah,
you really will.
The thing is, though, Chris, we did this against Watford and Norwich at the Turf. We absolutely threw everything, the kitchen sink at them, and it just didn't. It just nothing were coming, nothing were happening for us. Okay, we've been speaking about freedom and stuff like that, but right now, as I say, you're coming up to the 67th minute, and you're just thinking, shit, I'll take a point now.
Yeah. Let's be honest, though, with your form recently since Dyche left, you can't complain. You've had a good run, and you are going to come up against a game like this where whatever you do, it just doesn't go in.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I just hope that there, as we say, the stats there that they've conceded the most goals. We need to capitalise on it. Something's got to give. There's still time in the game. Still time. Still a good 25 minutes. I just hope that there's something. I'd be willing to change formation if it were me. I'd say change formation. Stick another body up top. Potentially put McNeil in.
Yeah.
Put McNeil in behind the front two.
if you're going to lose 1-0, you might as well lose 2-0 going for it.
Yeah. Connor Roberts finds Vidra on the edge. Brownhill loses the ball. Can he win the second? No, he can't. Cleared. Touchdown by Charlie Taylor. Back with James Tarkowski. Jack Cork pings the ball forward. Connor Roberts manages to knock it on for Dwight McNeil. There's pockets of space and Burnley aren't getting into them. Burnley, I agree, Mark. Burnley have been the better team. But we're just not. We're not doing anything with it, he says as the ball comes over. Good touchdown by Dwight McNeil, edge of the box. Is that a corner? Claiming for it. Have we got it? We have.
Is Cornet playing?
No, he's not even on the subs bench.
Is he not injured or?
Yeah, he limped off against Southampton, and
well taken down by that Burnley striker in the box.
Yeah, McNeil did well there to take that down, didn't he?
And then he absolutely kicked it like he was trying to hit the corner post. It was a great takedown, though. Fair dues to him.
Mark says he still thinks it was a pen for us in the first half. Again, as you say, you do see him given. The incident does happen on the line, but when he drops, is at the momentum of the ball, and yeah. I mean, I'll take what I can get, mate. We're 1-0 down. However, it's not going to happen. Brighton are 2-0 up. Brighton are 2-0 up.
Here we go. Oh, Graham Potter's a brilliant manager. He should be next England manager or Man United manager. Blah, 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 bloody blah.
Speaking of teams that are 2-0 up, Bournemouth have grabbed a second against those dirty inbreds down the M65. Get in. Former Huddersfield midfielder Philip Billing. With
I think you're right, by the way. More than one as
well. Big boys drink a lager. Not a lager top though. You big buff.
Or lager black. What do they call it? Lager black or something?
Cider and black, innit?
No, that's no. You can get lager and black, can't you?
Yeah, probably. Round here you can get all.
I think it's more of a women's drink though. But
round here it's like Shameless. You can get a pint and 2 ease round here. Oh, maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I shouldn't talk about.
I think Roy Hodgsons falling asleep.
Probably.
Oh, he's picking his nails.
Now says he's off to the pub. No worries, mate. Enjoy yourself.
Have a good one, mate. Don't forget that Ribena in your lager.
Yeah, confirmation of Brighton's second goal away at Wolves. Leandro Trossard with the second goal there. Derby, relegated Derby, or 1-0 up away at Blackpool.
You go. Sometimes though, once you actually confirmed us down, and we've said this before, you play with the freedom, don't you?
You do, yeah. You do. Yeah. The thing is, though, they've always had that togetherness of Derby. It's just a case that they've not really. It's just bit them in the arse, too little, too late.
I think we'll
the points deduction didn't help. They'd have been comfortably mid-table without that.
Yeah, we'll see just how good Rooney is if he can bring them straight back up or not.
True that. Ball
but it's
over
whether they can hold on to the players. Come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley. They're just... It's that final ball, isn't it?
You feel it's coming, but then...
Really?
What's going on here? Our referees halted the corner. Bristol Rovers back in it against Rochdale. Rochdale 3, Bristol Rovers 2. Millwall 2-0 up against Peterborough as well. Josh Knight own goal. It's it. Oh, what's happened? Is that in? Is that in? Referee's checking his watch. I don't think the ball's gone over the line. I'm sure we'll see a replay of that. I'm sure we will see a replay of that. Ball's gone out of play now.
I've not got there yet. No, I am.
He's got his head up to it.
If he didn't, I think it was possibly a good save if he didn't.
Yeah, it goes nowhere near the line. Barnes is up, hits the underside, and it's cleared. It doesn't even go.
Just seen Pope's headed clearance. What a leg end. That's the way you save it, isn't it?
Notts Forest 4-1 up against Swansea now. Sam Surridge with a hat-trick.
Just bear with us.
Steve Cooper, obviously returning to his old stomp. Well, Swansea turning up to the City Ground, but Steve Cooper was former Swansea manager, and he's got a nice resounding 4-1 at the moment. Hat-trick from Sam Surridge. Mark says the Gillingham keeper today was unreal. Harrogate are 3-1 up against Forest Green, even though Forest Green are promoted. But yet this helps Harrogate because they are in the playoff hunt. So Rene says ref tomorrow for the Leicester game will be Jonathan Moss.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck. Fox says that Forest Bournemouth game will be big. Yeah, it will. It very will, much so. Jeff Stelling will be happy. Hartlepool have equalised against Scunthorpe. Nicky Featherstone from the penalty spot. It's all happening, as I say, in the Championship and League Two at the minute. And this game, it's a good job I put Sky Sports News on in that sense to check results out because there's jack shit happening in this one apart from Burnley having a bit of a spell on the ball. Mark says Steve Cooper, former manager, and Sam Surridge, former Swansea striker. He must have gone on loan to Swansea because he was at Bournemouth, if I remember rightly. Millwall 3-up against Peterborough now. George Saville with the goal. Exeter have equalised away at Northampton. Sam Nom with a goal as well. Nom, nom, nom. Eating up the goals. Eat my goal. That's what Burnley need to do. Mark says Harrogate ain't in the playoff race, Dan. Oh, no, sorry. I thought they were. Yeah. Confused. Getting confused. Rene says, I hate that ref in terms of John Moss. Yeah, I don't blame you. He's a bit of an arse. He's retiring at the end, though, so we don't have to put up with his shit much longer. Box says Jonathan Ross would be a better ref.
Kate Moss would be a bloody better ref, I tell you.
That's a rare card. Burnley with the ball again. Connor Roberts tries to whip the ball in. No Burnley player inside. Come on, Burnley. Let's get a grip now. Dwight McNeil now playing out on the left. Aaron Lennon moved to the right. There's a star.
I think as well I've heard Mike. I know Dean is definitely going. I wasn't sure about Moss. I'm glad he is. I can't stand him.
Yeah, I think there's Jonathan Moss, Matt Dean, and there's somebody else going as well. If I'm not mistaken. There's another big name ref. I'm not sure who it were. But yeah, Rene, you're right. He is. Interesting times now. 77 on the clock. And Burnley have a corner. Bradford are 2-1 up away at Sutton United now. Charles Burnham with a goal there. And West Brom have struck first in the Reading-West Brom game. It's now 1-0 West Brom. Carlin Grant, 78 on the clock in that fixture. Yeah, as Box says, Martin Atkinson as well is retiring. And he thinks there's about 4. Dwight McNeil, ball in, punched away by Ben Foster. Dare I say it? Come on, Burnley, you can't even put ball it back at net against some part-time YouTuber. Fucking hell. Connor Roberts to come in with a long throw.
Now.
What's going on now? Come on, Burnley, don't take your time. Tell you what, they're doubling up on Ashley Barnes.
Must be worried.
Must be. Early ball into the box. Ben Foster's out to it. Come on, Burnley. Blackburn 0, Bournemouth 3. Philip Billing again. Bournemouth running riot in Blackburn's last home game of the season. Tony Mowbray's potential last game as manager. There's been no talk of a contract extension for Tony Mowbray, so he may look to be
about that on Talk Sport, and they said, why doesn't he just go and say to the Venkers, what's going on?
Oh yeah, I don't even know. I don't even think the Venkies know what's going on. To be fair,
well, they never have done, have they? They're more interested in chickens.
Yeah, exactly. Football vs. Cancer says, hope Ankit gets his channel back 100%.
Oh, he replied to me, Ankit.
Did he?
Apparently, I think to cut a long story short, somebody came into his channel pretending to be a mod, and whether he'd hacked him or not, and then changed his profile picture when he'd added him to the chat or something. Changed his profile picture to a pornographic picture.
Oh wow!
And he took him down straight away. He said when he realised he has appealed it, but that was the first strike. He said, I was going to take it down and obviously cut that bit out. What else can you do? If you're in the middle of a stream, you've banned him, which is what he did. So anyway, Ankit has said while he's on this ban, and I said I would repeat this, he has got a second channel, which is his cricket channel, which he's going to put all his football content on that. So if anybody's not following his cricket channel, if you can follow his or subscribe to his cricket channel, and he'll be doing the football on there.
No, fair play.
He's a good guy, Ankit. He's absolutely salt of the earth.
He is. Blackpool 0, Derby 2. Derby 2-0 up away at Blackpool. 80 gone here at Vicarage Road, though, and it's still Watford 1, Burnley 0. Not much, as I say, to shout about. Mark's not going to be happy. Cardiff have equalised against Birmingham. Will Volks from the penalty spot. Mark will not be happy with that. Although he does say Blackburn have officially confirmed Championship football. Well, there is that. So it's Talk. Football vs. Cancer is Talks.
Yeah, didn't you know?
Channel. Yeah, sorry, I was...
Yeah. I didn't say anything. I presume that you know. Sorry, mate.
But no. To be fair, it's just one of those.
A good channel, actually.
It is 81 on the clock. Come on, Burnley. Can we get back into this? Mark says, "Welcome you." Yeah. Ball with Tarkovsky. That's what we need, Johnny. Come on, Burnley. Come on. Josh Brownhill. Hawk with the ball in the centre. Connor Roberts. Burnley playing, having some nice possession of the ball. Need to make use of it here. It's now with Aaron Lennon. He's going to play an early one. No, he cuts it back. Steady possession, but we need to make use of it. Charlie Taylor getting to the bar line. Burnley pumping players into the box. It's to the back stick. Jack Cork's free. 1-1. Get in. Get in. Woo! Oh, we've needed that.
Wrong one.
Oh, we have needed that.
Well done, mate.
Late drama at Vicarage Road. Burnley have equalised. Roy Hodgsons woke up.
First time he's stood up since I've seen him. Since I've come in, I mean.
To be fair, I think Jack Cork was being ready to come off. It looked like there was ready in Dale Stevens. He's got his shirt over the thing. I don't know whether they were ready him to bring him on, but that's reminiscent of his winning goal against Preston when he was on loan at us a few years ago. Good few years ago. But what a header. Diving header at the back stick.
Yeah, it was. It was. Just show Roy Hodgson then, and he still just kind of sat down, and I'm thinking, like, you should be getting up and rallying your troops.
Yeah,
it was a brave header.
Should.
It was a
definitely
brave
should. Johnny says Charlie Taylor
kind of pushed as well.
Yeah, he were. If anything, he's been given more scope to get onto the ball by having it pushed. Rene said, "Yes, my prediction was right." Yeah, you'd have said the same if we were winning 2-0. Box says,
how many predictions did you make, Rene? I was even like 1-0, 0-1, 2-0, 0-2, 1-2, 3.
Bristol City, if Anthony's still in, are 5-0 up against Hull. David says, "Nice that damn routing all the way for you. Chris will bring you luck, hopefully." Yeah, I'm hoping so. In fact, let's change that latest score. Let's get that changed. Can't be having any of this.
I can't see a latest score, to be honest with you.
Oh, this is where where it all goes funny again.
David, I've always been Dan's lucky charm.
Yeah, he's always been my breakfast.
I'm like his magic lamp. He likes to rub me.
I've already eaten you already in this.
You have.
But we'll see.
Oh. When he loves me, I always grant his wish. I'll tell you.
Free kick to Burnley. Ashley Barnes brought down. Fingers crossed, somebody at the back stick. 85 on the clock. Can Burnley get back into it?
You deserve that goal. You absolutely deserve that goal.
We have pushed for this. I'm hoping now the equaliser will have, I don't even know. Dwight McNeil and Josh Brownhill over this. Who's taking it?
Roy Hodgson just does not look bothered.
McNeil. It's in the box. It's been pulled to the edge. Jack Cork tries to head it back into the fray. It's headed out. Charlie Taylor, Josh Brownhill, 2-1! Yes! Get in! Get in!
Well done, mate.
Woo!
I haven't got that far yet. Yeah, Rennie, I am. Yes, good goal.
The whole of the Burnley bench is up. The whole of the Burnley bench is up. Brownhill has ran over to the Burnley fans. He's pumping them up, getting them G'd up. This is what we want, Burnley. Come on. Another season in the Premier League looks like it is set to be put in stone. As it stands, we are 5 points clear of Everton. Norwich will be going down as it stands at the moment. I couldn't give a flying fuck about that. Burnley are 2-1 up after being 1-0 down for the majority of this game. Another 3 points. And yeah, what a fantastic goal, Chris.
No more than you deserve. It's no more than you deserve, mate.
Good goal. I always managed to get that through two of the Watford players' legs.
There's a bit of a tussle as well before, wasn't there?
Yeah. Oh, I better change that later score again, Chris. My phone's going to blow up the way I keep playing about with it.
On this performance, you so deserve that. And I think, to me, Roy Hodgson, it was through late. It was through. I think he went through two players' legs.
Yeah.
Not just 1, 2. I mean, look at that. Yeah, look at that bench from Burnley. Look at it.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, Roy, looking at What a big boy. He's just sat there. He just sums Watford up. He sat there like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing here.
Burnley up to 16th. Up to 16th. Level on points with Leeds, but have a superior goal difference. As it says, if current results around the grounds hold out,
another one.
Norwich City will be relegated from the Premier League.
34.
Halifax are 1-0 up against Yeovil. Forest are now 5-1 up against Swansea. Stevenage have grabbed one back against Carlisle, but Carlisle still 2-1 up, and Barrow have an equaliser away at Swindon.
Oh, sorry, just seen the Watford guy have a shot. He was trying to take a shot from the edge of the box, and it went off at the right angle.
Honestly, I've not seen any comments. I've not seen any comments. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying. I'm not even a Burnley fan, and I'm loving it. That's what we like to see, Johnny. Newcastle fan, and you know what? I'll take that. David says, "Take a deep breath, Dan. We have our collective fingers crossed." Oh, I'll breathe easier tonight. I'll tell you that. Burnley making a substitution, going a bit more defensive now. They took Aaron Lennon off and brought on right back Matthew Lawton. So they took off a right winger and brought on a right back, shore up that defence a little bit. Let's see this game out now. 89 on the clock we've got here.
Well, you did say I was a good luck charm, didn't you, David?
It is just oof. I really don't know what to say. Speechless. Renee says, "I've lost my prediction."
Look down the list, Rennie. You'll find it.
Johnny says, "Come back." Yes, definitely. Box says, "Park the bus." I think that's what we're hoping to do now. Mark says, Johnny says, "You lot deserve it." Roy Hodgsons pretending he's not there. He's put his shades back on now. Mark says, "Not a better person that this could happen to, mate." Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. You know what, Alan Pace, and I've said this already, his wife's hand must be like how Alan's hand felt when she gave birth to his 4 kids. You know, crushed, because that guy has gigantic balls for doing what he's done, getting rid of Dash, and this seems to have been working. This will be the 3rd win, unbeaten under the interim boss. I'm not saying that we should keep him.
I was about to ask you that.
I don't think we should keep him. I mean, but at the moment, I would. The new guy who comes in, hopefully, does not change it drastically, because it would probably harm morale. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
3 minutes added time.
Yeah.
If you're Tottenham, you could get 2 goals in that.
Mark says there, and you know what? Fair shout. Sacking of the season, Dash.
Yeah.
It's worked wonders. It's actually worked wonders.
I think, was it last night I said, Alan Pace is either the luckiest man alive or the cleverest guy, in the division. I mean, the thing is, right, 2 things, though. A, you've got to get the next manager right, because B, you do not want to be in the same position next season. Otherwise, this will all have been for nothing.
No, I agree. As David said, that's a great comment, Mark. Yeah, it is. Dale Stevens looks set to come on. Another probably time-wasting tactic by Burnley to bring on another sub in the dying minutes. I think who's coming off? Craig Pawson's not coming off. The referee's certainly not being substituted, but it seems to just be showing the referee. Nobody knows who's going off. Dale Stevens is on. Doesn't say who for, so I don't know who's gone off, unless somebody's gone off on the side of the pitch. Vidra makes way, and Dale Stevens is on. So we've also took another attacker off and brought a midfielder on as well. So we're trying to shore it up. We're trying to see the game out, which is always great. Let's not say it's a lucky decision. Say it was an Alan Pace masterclass, Mark says. Yeah, it was. This guy's worked on Wall Street in New York. This guy knows what he's doing.
Oh, yes. Let's just go back and look at that video you did the morning after.
Hey, to
mate.
be fair, Chris, you know what? We've all said it. Even fans from the outside have said this could come back and bite you in the arse.
Of
And that
course
the
it
only
could.
person that would have kept us up is Dash. The only person that would have
Yeah.
done this
But we
is...
all said, even non-Burnley fans were saying, what the hell's going on? You know. But like you say, you know, it's his money. He makes the decisions, and he stands by those decisions. I mean, look at Watford. They had a manager. Yeah, they sat their manager when they were 12. They made that decision, and look at them.
Not true. That's true.
Oh, an overhead kick from a Watford player, missed it completely, and then it's gone into Rosed from Louisa. Chris plays sod music. Please, I lost my prediction, to be honest.
Mark says Burnley moonwalk into safety. It's 93.5 on the clock now. So the whistle has to go any second.
It went under the goalkeeper's arm as well, through two legs and under the goalkeeper's arms.
Yeah.
Sign that man up for England.
Bristol Rovers have equalised away at Rochdale. Bristol Rovers keeping their promotion hopes alive. Big kick by Nick Pope. And Pawson blows his whistle. Another solid 3 points for the Clarets. Oh. And Roy Hodgsons looks like a man defeated. He's like, sod this, I'm off. Lewington, you take the team talk. I'm off to Ibiza for a week.
Oh, sorry, Rene. You said play sad music,
wow.
please. This isn't my channel, mate, so I can't play any music on here.
Wow. What a performance. Can I just say, it has switched over. It has switched over now to the Villa-Norwich game. We are on 91. And it's still Villa 1, Norwich 0.
5 minutes.
5 minutes added on, yeah. As I say, as it stands, if Villa win this game and see it out, then, well, I'm guessing from what I'm seeing, in fact, I've just seen, because I've just flicked to Sky Sport, Aston Villa are 2-0 up. Danny Ings scored in the 90 plus third. And I'm guessing it's just all about awaiting confirmation. I think we'll probably see that goal now. Danny Ings turns and shoots, and yeah, there's nothing he could do. 2-0 Aston Villa. And it's goodbye, Norwich.
Bye, Norwich.
Have you got anything to say, Chris? I know your affiliation.
No, I mean, like I've said, I'm fed up with saying the same thing over and over again. I'm just good riddance to them, and I don't mean that. Nothing against Norwich, nothing against Norwich fans. They deserve better from their owners, but it's just a total waste of time, and exactly the same for Watford as well. I'll tell you something, mate. Your players must be knackered.
Oh,
well, they played your game, now they're playing this one.
oh,
but can I just say, well done to Burnley. All banter aside, mate, you know I have a soft spot for Burnley, and I'm glad you're staying up. Oh, Delia's crying. Delia's crying.
Palace have nicked it. Palace have nicked it against Southampton as well.
Fuck off, Palace.
Palace, it's full time as well. Southampton 1, Palace 2.
That's another prediction. Middlesbrough just got another goal.
As Mark says there, Dean Smith getting relegated at his former club, Karma. That's not, I mean, that's not a bad way of looking at it. Not a bad way of looking at it. Mark says, lads, I'm off to the bookies, going to do a double on 2022-23 Prem relegation for Fulham and 22-23 promotion for Norwich.
I hope not. I really hope they don't come back up. And again, nothing personal, Norwich, but wobble your heads and get rid of those boards. And the same at Watford as well.
No, that's fair enough. It's confirmed on the TV as of Sky Sports. I can see on there that Norwich are relegated to the Championship, the first club in the Premier League to have that big fat R put at the side of their name. Norwich only a point, Watford only a point above. So whoever Watford play next,
Could relegate them, possibly. Yeah.
Could relegate them. Leeds, all roads lead to Ellen Road, shall we say. And Burnley fans will be watching in their masses, I think. They will be finding a pub in the middle of London if they're not on the coaches. They will be trying to abuse their 4G and 5G Wi-Fi to try and find a link for this game. We need a Man City win. Dent that goal difference a little bit more and send Leeds into a relegation battle. As I say, we could still send Aston Villa in amongst it as well. We've got to play them twice. Who knows? Chris, give us your thoughts on that second half between Burnley and Watford.
I said during the game that if you hadn't scored, it would have been, you deserve what you got because you were going for it. I mean, Nick Pope, I think, probably touched the ball 2 or 3 times in that half. He could have had a picnic. He could have got his table out, set it up, had guests round. What I tell you what disgusted me was, and I know he's in his 70s, but that, Roy Hodgson, those players must be sat there thinking, what we're going to do? He never got out of his chair.
No, he didn't. He looked like a broken man.
Yeah, 1-0 up, and then you get to 1-1, and you can see how strong Burnley are. You can see it was all Burnley.
I'll tell you sorry, Chris, just to cut you. You know what? There's one thing I'm going to say now. It wouldn't surprise me if he walks from the job today so that he still keeps his Roy Hodgson as a manager has never been relegated tab.
Well, true. He could do. I mean, he's only there till the end of the season anyway, isn't he? But I get what you mean on that. I do get what you mean. But no, he was a disgrace today. If that had been my manager, I'd have been going mad at him. Get up on the side. I mean, you look at your bench. When you scored, you were having an orgy at the side of the pitch there.
Oh yeah.
I think Mike said about
it just goes to show the togetherness.
Yeah.
We are a team that have been in this situation for a good couple of seasons now. And we need, I don't want us to have that anymore. If it is another one where we're flirting around there again next season and it's going to be another if buts and maybes, then who knows? But I'd expect better next season, especially with a new manager at the helm.
I said this before, didn't I?
Hopefully we do a Palace. We do a Palace. We've had Sean Darsh who steadied the ship. Let's have someone to take us to the next level. Let's have a look at a couple of comments. Mark says, same happened with Rotherham. Last season it's been champ, League One champ, League One champ, League One champ. So, Box says, Leeds have Chelsea, City, Arsenal in their next 3.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you never know. Everton could get a few surprising results and send Leeds down. Johnny says, another win and you lot are safe. I'd like to think so, but never say never. I will not rest until it is mathematically possible. But we will see what happens. And
will Dean Smith be sacked, do you think?
I don't think so. I think they'll sort of look at it and think, you know what, he'll be the manager to take us up. Will he walk? That's another question. Will he walk?
That is a good thing. He might bring them back up, but is he going to be able to keep them up? I mean, they're just not backing the manager enough, are they?
Yeah, Mark. Sorry, Watford are a point above Norwich. Norwich have been relegated on 21 points, and Watford are on 22. So it's looking like Watford potentially, as of next weekend, could be the next team with a fat R. As Paul says, he says, "Oh my God, Dan, get in." I agree. I've had kittens. I think I've ruptured something because my bloody rib cage is killing after celebrating that second goal. Need medical assistance over here. It's that marshmallow, Chris. I bet that at your face, and all of a sudden, that's it. I'm like, oh,
that was luck. You got my face in your mouth, and that was what happened. You should do that every game.
Box says, Watford are safe on goal difference.
Serious question here, Dan.
Go on.
So, is Alan Pace going to pump the money in for you next season?
I hope so. I can't say he will or he won't. We know that
he needs to, though, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, we know that next year there's a good chance if we stay up. We're already looking at there is also 2 or 3 different people, businessmen, investors, that are looking at Burnley at the minute and have said to Alan Pace that we will review the situation at the end of the season. So there is money coming from somewhere.
Is he selling then?
No. He's trying to bring in other investment from outside as well.
Okay.
So he's trying to branch Burnley out, and as they say, it is a business to them. So he's trying to build Burnley Football Club as a brand as well and get it out to these different countries. Mark says you need to eat FIFA now, Dan. Hey, I've got little FIFA Dan here. Where is he? Look, there he is. There he is. There's little FIFA Dan. But yeah, I've had enough marshmallows. That'll kill me off. Well, we'll just go through some of the results before wrapping it up. Box does say if Watford win the last 4 games 3-0 and Burnley lose the last 4 3-0.
I'll just say one more thing, mate. If Alan Pace gets this right and he does bring more investment in, and you know, it's not just the case, because I mean, when did was Alan Pace in charge at the start of the season?
Yeah, he only came in January last year. So he's only been here.
Half then.
So at the end of this season, it would be a season and a half. Yeah.
Oh, right. I mean, if he's got a plan, because he sounds like he has, like you said, if he wants to get extra investment in and take it forward, you know, if he gets it right, and say maybe no, it's not with the money with Newcastle, but the plan that we're not going to run, we're going to take this, season by season. There's no reason why you can't be a mid-table team for quite a long time.
Well, I predicted us this year to finish 13th. I said, but I'd be happy with anywhere between 13th and 15th. It's a steady, realistic process.
Mm.
Other than saying, oh yeah, top half finish, it needs to be in the bag. I don't know. Burnley have got this togetherness right now. If we can continue that, look at the way Leicester did it. They got a good bit of togetherness together. The season after, they romped the league. I'm not saying that's going to happen, because the way the league is adapting, Liverpool and Man City are, top
what Leicester did wouldn't happen now. And the big six, or the so-called big clubs, made sure the season after that it was never going to happen again. I mean, that season we won it. Liverpool Klopp was still settling in. Man United were just being Man United. Tottenham exploded. Chelsea was sacking Mourinho midway through the season. And Manchester City decided to announce that Pellegrini was leaving with about 10 games to go. So everything was the perfect storm, if you like. But yeah, you get that. Sometimes that one win, we've been bottom longer than any other team in the Premier League and survived. There was no way we were staying up, and we literally got one win, and my God, it went mad. It went absolutely mad. In that last, I think we'd won 3 games all season, something ridiculous like that, and we won about 7 in the last 9 games. We drew with Sunderland, and I think Chelsea beat us, and apart from that, we won every game. It was, I'm going to tear up again. It was amazing. And really, I hope you can do something special as well, Dan.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. As I say, just go through the results and then I'll wrap it up. So Aston Villa 2, Norwich 0 is the scoreline in that one. Newcastle 0, Liverpool 1 in the early kickoff. Southampton 1, Crystal Palace 2. They nicked it late on in that game, which Chris isn't obviously happy about. Burnley turned the game on its head, deservedly as well, and beat what looks like soon to be relegated Watford 2-1 as well. And Brighton, with probably the surprise of the weekend so far, trumping Wolves in their own backyard, 3 goals to 0.
Wow.
To be honest, Norwich are down. Let's just confirm that Norwich are down. We don't have to talk about them anymore, Chris. As of next season, the Prem predictions, Norwich will no longer be there. Get in. There'll be some other mug for you to slag off.
Fulham, I just hope Fulham, again, they've been up, they've done a Norwich, but let's hope they've got Silva as a manager, he's got Premier League experience. Let's hope at least they make a fist of it. That's all I ask of those teams. That you make it. If you come 16th, great, but just make a fist of it. Give your fans something to cheer about. Just up and down all the time. It's not fair on the fans.
No, that's true. That's true. Championship results. Barnsley 1, Preston 3 was the early kickoff. Blackburn, their playoff hopes have been dashed. They've got no chance. They've cemented another season in the Championship. Good luck to them. By losing 3-0 against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Already relegated Derby, beat Blackpool 2-0. Bristol City, Anthony, I don't think you're in the chat anymore, but Bristol City 5, Hull 0. Anthony could nearly count that scoreline on one hand. He was only one away. Cardiff 1, Birmingham 1, which Mark's not happy about. Coventry 1, Huddersfield 2, Middlesbrough 3, Stoke 1, Millwall 3, Peterborough 0. Forest with a resounding win at home against Swansea 5-1, and West Brom with the only goal of the game against Reading. In League 2, however, which we discussed League 1 at half-time because they were played earlier than the rest. However, League 2 at the moment, Carlisle beat Stevenage 2-1, Colchester Walsall 2 apiece, Crawley lost 2-0 at home to Leyton Orient, Forest Green Rovers 1, Harrogate 3. So that's a dent in Forest Green Rovers' promotion hopes. Well, they are already promoted, but they're winning the actual league. It's dented. Northampton 1, Exeter 1 is the latest I've got here. Rochdale 3, Bristol Rovers 4. Bristol Rovers have turned the game on its head. They were 3-1 down, and they have turned the game on its head 4-3. So Bristol Rovers have shot themselves probably back into the playoffs with that result. Scunthorpe 1, Hartlepool 1, Sutton 1, Bradford 4. Swindon beat Barrow 2-1, and Tranmere beat Oldham 2-0. So it's all to play for. Obviously, the final week of the Championship and League 1 next weekend. It's going to be an interesting one. It's certainly going to be an interesting one. Burnley go to Aston Villa. I'm not sorry. Villa come to Turf Moor, and then we obviously go away to Spurs, and then away to Villa, and then back at home to Newcastle to see the season out. Guys, everybody that's been in the chat, it's been absolutely amazing. I'll take a last few comments. Renee says, James Ward-Prowse, please leave Southampton and come to Leicester to replace Yuri next season. I'm sure a few people would take that if Yuri is off. Box says, I think Arsenal were the side who more blew that league than Spurs. Remember Arsenal scoring, celebrating like they'd won the league.
Yeah, they did.
Mark says, Fulham can be Chris's next target. And still, Cardiff have had their worst season since 2002, 2003. Kate says, me and the kids having a little car boogie at that result. Thought they were going to have it then, and then suddenly a 3-pointer. Yeah, the game did get turned on its head. So I'm guessing while Kate's been out with the kids, she's obviously been casting her eye over that result. I'm sure I'll show her my reaction. I'm sure I busted along with some.
Show you what?
I'll show her my reaction to on the video.
Sorry.
Oh, we all know how your mind works, Chris. We all know how your mind works.
That's what it sounded like.
Mark says we play Monday. Buzzing for that Monday. Going to enjoy the last 2 games.
Good luck,
yeah,
Mike.
why not?
Good luck, Mike.
Why not? Renee says, okay, bye, Dan and Chris. Take care of yourselves, both of you. I'm going to carry on playing on. Not a problem.
See you tomorrow, mate.
Well.
See you tomorrow.
Mark says, see you on Turfcast. Dan, you're not going to see me on Turfcast. I'm not heading over there tonight. Me, Kate and Esme will be heading out. We're going to go somewhere, not sure where just yet. But we have said that we're going to go somewhere once this has finished. But yeah, as you can see there, the full-time result, Watford 1, Burnley 2, and what a win. Chris, as ever, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Let people know where they can find your stuff.
Hashtag Lucky Charm. Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. Please get over there and give us a subscribe. I do a lot of not just Leicester stuff. I do a lot of other stuff as well. And at Leicester TID on Twitter. And two well dones here. First of all, well done to Dan, 400 subs. Back this channel if you've not done already. He's a great lad. And the more you get him sort of towards that magic figure, the less I've got to play in maternity, so, or paternity even. So well done on that, and well done to Burnley for the win today. On the half and a bit that I saw, you deserved it, mate. Well done to you both.
Cheers for that. Cheers for that. So people can find you where, Chris?
I did say.
Leicester
Till I Die TV on YouTube. Please get over and sub.
Sorry, I was too enthralled. I was too enthralled in the fact that he was like, "Show your support to Dan." I was just oozing. I was just accepting all this oozing, dying love that you were passing out.
I'm not oozing, am I? Oh, sorry, shit. I should have gone before.
John says, "Never had a doubt, Dan." Yeah. To be fair, if you look at that game earlier, I did. Anyway, as I say, Kate and Esme are back, so I'm going to shoot. We're going to head out somewhere. Enjoy the rest of the evening. It's been a good one. Burnley win. We are not far off safety now.
Staying up. You are staying up. You are staying up.
Yes, the Clarets are staying up. Let's have that belief.
No, you are with your reaction earlier.
Well, yeah. Bastards staying down and the Clarets are staying up. The Clarets are staying up. So... we will see how it goes. Have a good night,
mate. Get out there, celebrate.
Everybody else in the chat, thank you for all your comments. Yeah. Thank you for engaging on this watch along. Sorry, it's been an eventful one. Chris, again, thank you for all your help. We will be back. Mate. We will be back potentially. I will be talking to you, Chris, in a moment. I need to talk to you about potentially Tuesday, and we'll take it from there. But guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for engaging in the comments. Absolute legends. I'm off for a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. It's Saturday night. Take care and all the best.